Hello everyone, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy 2024. We are at the end of the year, so I thought I would do a series of videos on what have been my most used plugin in 2023. These are gonna be fun and quick video lists, and of course I wanna know what have been your most used plugins in 2023. Write it in the comments down below. In this one, my most used and favorite saturators for 2023. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixbusTv. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, all the links to the plugins that we're going to see in this video are going to be in the info box down below, along with other cool links you should definitely check out. If you haven't already, go to the new website MixbusTv.com. In there you can find all the mix and mastering courses available on many different genres, start to finish. And right now until January 6th, you can use this coupon MixbusTv50 to get 50% off any of the mix and mastering courses. On the website you can book all the other courses as well, mix, mastering, private lesson, mix consultation, and a lot more. And if you want to access all the exclusive videos here on YouTube, click the join button down here, become a MixbusTv member. You also get mix consultations. And if the videos are helping you, you want to support the channel, consider using the super thanks or grab some merch. Let's get to the video. All right, we start this one by the same disclaimer. C1, Console 1 is my most used plugin, and for the saturators as well, the drive of the Console 1 is, just by number of instances, my most used. Right now with Console MK3, I can also just change the saturation section without changing anything else, which is a really cool new addition to the Console 1. But the next most used and favorite would be Audiority Pyro. This is the version 2 of the old Abuser, it was called. And this new version is definitely a step up. I love the Abuser so much. I love Pyro 10 times more. We still have all the old algorithms that I like, plus other functions, mix knob and all that. This is usually on parallel channels for me, whether it is kick, snare, full drum, or bass, or vocals, anything where I want a pretty aggressive type of saturation, not really subtle, although I do use it in insert sometimes to warm up a track. I use it more often in that way. Something that is like really gritty, that I need to really shape the type of saturation and then tuck it in, but it's not that low in level. You can feel it. Next one is my safe place. That's how I feel when I think about Ozone Exer. It never fails. It never fails. I use it so often that sometimes I open 4 different saturators because I'm like, it can be that I'm gonna use that one again. So I try others and I still end up wasting my time and going back to this. And the fact that you can change the algorithm for each individual band, I absolutely love it. When I need to add something, and it could be anything, I need to add sparkle in top end, instead of using EQ, I come here and I push this one on the top band. I need to add more intelligibility or something, it is not popping out of the mix as it should, even if I keep pushing the volume, I push some saturation in the mid-range. It lacks body, I push some saturation in the low-mid. It lacks low end, I put a very little amount in the very low end, and the low end just blooms. This plugin is a killer. It would be a problem for me if I didn't have it. Love it. Kind of old, but still gold. Decapitator is still one of my go-tos, especially love it for vocals, whether it's in insert or in parallel. It's less tweaky than Pyro, and it has those 5 sounds that I know very well, like the back of my hand. So when I know that I'm gonna use Decapitator, is never, let me try this. I know I'm gonna use it because I know it's gonna sound, I know it like the back of my hand, it gets the job done, and it's very versatile. My favorite are usually A and N, my 2 go-to algorithm. I also like E when I want a little more obvious effect, and T, Triode, when I need maybe just a little more harmonics. Tone Project Kelvin. Anything Tone Project makes is gonna make the list because they are amazing. This is an amazing saturator that when I'm mixing, I kind of forget about it for some reason. While it's very much in use in mastering, when for some reason one of my hardware doesn't work for that track, I go to, just like a Unison plugin, the compressor. It's not a matter of better or worse. The Tone Project plugins are at the top of the list. And this is so versatile because you have all these different collections of harmonics and saturation for the 2 stages, and you have 2 stages, and then you have all the other functions. Love this thing. The only pet peeve is sometimes the differences, if I want to use a small amount, are very minimal. So I need to be in the mindset of having my antennas all the way up and all my attention just to pick what algorithm because the differences are subtle. So Pyro and Decapitator are more, let's say, a hammer, and this is a scalpel. So I need to be in the mindset of, okay, I want to use a scalpel on this track. Another one from SSL native X Saturator. This is really a no-brainer, few knobs. When I want more harmonic content, again, it's very predictable and I have control over depth and harmonic. I like it better than the Vintage Drive, although I do like the Vintage Drive plugin I'm talking about, not the Fusion. I like the Fusion as well. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I love it. It sounds great. Uraprev V76. This is kind of a well-kept secret or not so well-kept secret because I mentioned this before, but I love this thing for bass and anything bass, not just rock bass, like bass synth, 808s, anything that's got low content. I push the input until the lights start flickering on the orange and maybe a little more than that. And also the EQ, the low band, instant, huge low end. I love this thing. I love this type of saturation for anything that has got a lot of low end energy. I also love it for vocals, a certain kind of vocals. It needs to be like on the vintage side, not for anything modern, but it's a killer plugin. Soft-tube Zener limiter, which might sound strange, but it's not when I tell you that I use it in THD mode and then crank the input all the way up or so and adjust the output for the difference. Funny enough, I used to use the hardware that way as well. I actually was doing this trick for vocal. I was sending the vocal to the THD channel 1 and then daisy chain channel 2 for the compression, so, or the other way around. But yeah, the THD mode of the Chandler Zener limiter has got that Zener diodes type of saturation, which is very unique. I love it. And I usually use it for parallel kick, parallel snare, parallel drum. That's kind of my go-to kind of color to tuck underneath. The spot for this, I was debating between UAD Oxide, which I recently got, so I don't have that much experience with it. I can't say it's the most used because I haven't used it that much because I got it recently. But I did use for a long time the Real Bus, and this is also an amazing plugin that I don't feel is talked about too much. And I especially like to go in recorder mode and tweak all the saturation, hysteresis, and compression, and all the other options that it has. Tweak the drive with the EQ here, flanger, echo, and there you have all the different algorithms for the saturation, including the old Ferox. You know, if you've been around for a minute, you remember that one. And the last one doesn't really fall into the saturator category as we imagine it, but it's still a harmonic generator, and it's max bass. And simply because I use this thing way too often. I use it on a lot of things. I use it on vocals when they're thin, I use it on electric guitar when they're thin, I use it on snare to add body, and then toms also, and kicks and basses, which are the label use, but I do a lot of off-label use for this one. Just for how many instances I might have in a mix, so this one needed to make the list. But this is it, another short and fun list, I hope. Let me know what are your favorite and most used saturator plugins in 2023 in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a like. Consider using the super thanks, support the channel, and check out the new website, MixbusTv.com. You can use MixbusTv50 as a coupon code until January 6th to get 50% off any and all mix and mastering courses available on the website. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Stay safe. See you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands get my throat.